Arcana Invoker has only been out for about 3 days, and we already have an update on an upcoming buff for the class, so let's go over it. Alright, let's see what they're going to change with this class. A lot of people have said it's a good class, but it's not really excelling at any one thing like you would think an endgame class would be, which I think they've even called it an endgame class themselves in other design notes before, so that's how the class designers refer to the class, so it probably should live up to that name. So let's go over this. So why is Faye in this image? Alright, so hello everyone. We're planning on making adjustments to Arcana Invoker based on the feedback you sent over the weekend. We've been testing some changes, and while nothing is final, we'd like to share what we've been looking to address. Alright. The first point they have to go over is the damage output being backlit rather than being consistent throughout the entire skill rotation. So the way the class works is it has to stack 21 different cards up, and then I think at the last one it nukes, and that gives you a lot of the damage from the class. And it takes about, I think, a minute and a half or something to get to the max stack. So yeah, it's not great, because in a minute and a half, a lot of time the damage is going to be wasted because the mob's already dead, right? So yeah, anyway, it's not great for that. A lot of you have expressed dissatisfaction with the amount of time it takes to ramp up the skill's damage in the short period of time in which you're actually able to deal a notable amount of damage. To practically address this, we're experimenting with changes to how the world aura works, which involves having it last longer while also ramping your damage the longer it's been active, but at the cost of reducing your defenses the longer it's been active. So I've seen people complain that the class dies way too easily already, so I don't know if people are going to like that, although in a group fight sense that does make sense, I guess, because it's not going to be it's not going to matter as much, your defense. But yeah, I've seen people complaining about the survivability of the class already as well, so I'm not sure how that's going to go over, but I do like the idea of it having more damage throughout. This is kind of odd, so you don't see the class council being frank too often, so the one with the cycle skill, so that's one of the skills on the class. To be frank, this skill feels very underwhelming, and it isn't performing as well as it should be. We're currently testing a change to the skill that aims to improve its damage ramping, similar to how Shaman's skill work, which should also help with increasing of the class's damage output early on. Yeah, it's a big issue with the class, is the early damage output, for sure. Alright, and the last point they have here, well, the second one, I guess, is damage resistant fall off while cycling through the Arcana, or Arcana, however you, I think some people in the comments are upset about how I say that. Anyway, damage resistance falls off very fast when building towards the world. To help establish a more defensive skill rotation, we're looking at reducing damage resistant fall off while cycling through the Arcana, while also adding some initial damage resistance to the world. However, as stated above, the damage resistant fall off will continue to persist through the world while increasing your damage at the same time. And the last point they have here is the healing is really low. We can make it higher. Period. Once again, a big I like that last one. The damage is low. We can make it higher. It can go higher. Once again, a big thank you to everyone who's expressed their opinions on Arcana Invoker. Be sure to keep an eye out for in-game changes in the near future. So I would imagine you're going to see changes around the update on Friday, or maybe earlier than that even, for this class. It seems like they have an idea of what they want to do with it already. They probably just have to test it out and stuff. So yeah, pretty good. It's nice they're already adjusting and buffing and changing the class based on people's feedback so quickly. It's good to see that, and hopefully it turns out to be a good class in the end. Tell me what you guys think of the class. Have you tried it out already? I know a lot of people already have it with the ability to get it with all the insignias already. So, and are you farming it without the insignias? Have you finished that yet? How long did it take you? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to know. I haven't finished that yet. To be honest, hearing the feedback from the class, it's not really making me want to be honest. So anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Leave a like on the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel. All right, we're getting close to 75K on the channel. Hope you guys hit that, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.